Hey friends, happy Tuesday evening. It is Melissa with Junk and Craft Treasures, and I am also on the Decoupage Central page. So as you're coming on, let us know you're here. Hashtag replay. Let us know if it's your first time watching, if you've been with Decoupage Central and myself for a while. We love to know these things, guys. So like I said, I'm Melissa with Junk and Craft Treasures. We are going to do a busted out canvas tonight. So I am going to make sure that I'm in all of the places that I need to be, and we will get started because this one's going to take just a little bit for everything to dry and do what it needs to do. So I know some of y'all today, I posted this morning and showed y'all one that I did yesterday. Hey Deb, how are you, my friend? And we're not going to do the same one, but we're going to show you how to do the technique so you can create however you want for your own. Hey Liz, hey Laura, I see that I am on the Decoupage Central page, which is good. We are ready to rock and roll, guys. So are y'all having a good Tuesday? Hey Cheryl, how are you? How is everybody doing tonight? Sure I am there. Okay, good deal, guys. Hey Marcy, hey Mitzi, how are you? All right, so like I said, we're gonna do a busted out canvas. Give me some hearts if you have already done it or want to learn how to do it, guys. So let me know, have you done it? How did you like it? Are you gonna do it after we get done doing this? Hey Nikki, how are you? Hey Luann. All right, guys. So hey Eva, hey Pam, Brenda, Penny, how are all y'all tonight? All right, so we are posting in both places. I can see everybody's comments. It looks like we are good to go, my friends. Hey Michelle, I'm trying to get back as far as I can. You have not done one yet, Deb? Maybe when we're done, you might want to do one. They're kind of fun. I know, Brenda, and I was telling somebody, I was talking to you last night, I'm like, I don't know if this is my thing. And then after I did it, I was like, I absolutely love it. Hey, Linda, you haven't done one, but you're ready to learn. All right, guys, I know you have, Nikki. You haven't done one either, Pat? Okay, so y'all are going to have to help me make some decisions tonight, too. But in case you missed our post from this morning, hey, this is the busted out canvas that I did yesterday just to have fun. You couldn't see in the picture, but I did add some diamond dust in the middle of this. So y'all can kind of see it on the live, all of the shininess on it. So this one was really fun to do, guys. You want to do them for craft shows? That would be awesome. Yeah, I know, it turned out so pretty. The only thing I need to do is paint my edges on that back. But with that diamond dust, it just really turned out really cool. So you want to do a small one. I'm going to tell you, Brenda, you're probably want to do an 8x10 first to get the feel for it, because I think a smaller one will actually be a little bit harder, if that makes sense. So, okay, here we go. This is the help that I need y'all to help me with as we get started. I am going to use this print right here for the middle part of my design. Okay, so this is going to be the part, I know I love the 3D too. This is going to be the part that's going to be behind for the busted out canvas. Hey Terry, and I am trying to decide. So before the live, I had it decided, and then I looked over to the side and I saw a paper that I had, and I was like, oh, I don't know. I may want to use that paper. Hey Brenda Griffith, is it Griffiths? Brenda Hawkins Griffiths, got two Brendas on here. So I am trying to decide now if I want to do, because we're going to do some rose molds, some of the new IOD rose molds on this for that extra 3D look. So I'm trying to decide, this is going to be the back, if I want to do this as the busted part of the canvas, or if I want to do this with like the writing as the busted part. So y'all tell me what y'all think. Hey Marilyn, hey Patricia, should we do one to make it really cool and fun, or should we go on the safe side and do, I've got a fan blowing on me today, guys, y'all can't really even see that with that behind there, so let me put this behind here. This one right here. Okay, so let me know, one or two, and we'll get started with this and then ask again and kind of get a consensus of what we want to do. Okay, so I'll show this one more time again. So this is the one that I did with the fun gingerbread. We don't like safe, I love it, Deb. So we have this part of our canvas right here. This is the part that's the peel back, and this is the part that is our flat canvas part. So we have different components. This is our 8x10 canvas that looks like this, front and back. It's so funny, almost everybody on the Decoupage Central page says number 2, and almost everybody over here says number 1. That is so funny. Hey, Evelyn, and then this is our flat canvas. So we have 2 different pieces, and we're gonna end up attaching them like this, okay? Hey, Mary, so we have, in essence, we could use 3 different rice papers if we wanted to. Hey, Sandra, but I am only gonna use 2. Because as we saw on this one with our 8x10, not a lot of this part is showing the way that I did this one. And you can do them as peeled back as far as you want to, or, you know, an inner, you can do it however you want to do it. So this is just kind of showing you the process. But because I don't have this much exposed, I don't want to use a whole piece of rice paper. Does that make sense? So I am going to use, don't laugh, I am just going to use a piece of tissue paper to give me some texture for my base, and then I can go in and paint it or distress it with some oxides, whatever color I want to do it, okay? So that's going to be kind of my plain surface, and then we'll get to the peel back after we get this started. So I am just going to take, and like I said, guys, I have a little mini fan on. Is this not the cutest? I don't know if y'all can see that. Look at that little bitty fan. So it has a lot of power. It's blowing my papers around, but I didn't think y'all wanted to see me sweat. Right? Hey, Sharon. So I'm gonna take my tissue paper and I am just gonna crumple it up, guys. So I'm just gonna crumple it. You are good, and yeah, I know, I love the gingerbread too. I'm gonna need to get some more gingerbread paper so I can do some more, because that, as y'all can see back here, I love gingerbread theme, so it kind of goes together. Hey, Rhonda. Awesome, Marianne. All right, so now we just have our crumpled tissue. So I'm going to use this for my background. If you want to use a piece of decoupage paper, rice paper, you can. Like I said, I just want to use, because it's not going to show a whole lot, so I personally am not going to put it on there. So we're just going to use our paper. So I'm going to take Mod Podge. I'm just using regular Mod Podge, and I'm going to coat my canvas. So this is really easy. Don't overthink it. I kind of was overthinking it when I tried it yesterday, and I was telling somebody on my page today, I tend to overthink things. I was like, oh, what if I don't cut it right? What if I don't do this? And that's kind of where the embellishments come in. So if you mess up something, we can always go back and add that 3D effect, add a little tag, something on there. So really, there's not a way to mess it up, if that makes sense. Now watch me mess it up, right, guys? Hey, Rhonda. Hey, Judy. Yes, you can also paint the canvas if you don't want to have texture and you just want to paint it. You can absolutely just paint your canvas for this layer right here. Okay, now I'm going to apply my crinkled tissue paper. And like I said, I'm just using tissue paper for this part, as we're not going to see a whole lot of it. So I've just got some of that wrinkled texture on there. And I'm going to flatten some of the little bubbles out. I'm going to dry it real quick, and then I am going to get off my edges of my excess, and you can cut it, the majority of it, if you want to. Hey, Lois. Yes, this is fun. You were the same way with your, yes, I know. Like I said, it's kind of stressful because you're like, oh my gosh, we're going to go through all these steps. What if I mess it up? Hey, Colleen. But like I said, it's not that bad. And if you wanted to wrap your paper around the sides, you absolutely can. I'm just not doing that today. Just remember when you're doing these, guys, be creative, have fun with them. There is no right or wrong on how you do it. No right or wrong. Because as you know, when we create with things, we can always change the look of it too. So I've got a little bit hanging off the sides, but like I said, not a big deal. I'm gonna give this just a quick little bit of heat. Hello, Erin. And y'all, I do try to go back at the end of the lives if you have any questions. I try to go back and answer them. Because this is a late night live, I may not get to all of them tonight just because there is time differences and I don't want to go through at 11 o'clock and respond if it's 11 o'clock at your time if you get notifications on your phone. But I will go back the best I can to answer all of the questions. All right, so I've got a low grit sandpaper, and like I said, I'm just using a tissue paper. And we are going to use a rose. And I'm going to go along the sides of this canvas and get off this excess paper, just like we would if we were doing it on wood. It does not mess up my canvas at all, guys. So you can see the paper came off. Thank you for sprinkling, Pat. You're good, Nikki. Either page works. That's why we cross post. Try to make it less confusing. Like I said, if you want to have that paper drape over to the sides, go for it. No right or wrong. And I am going to put one more coat of Mod Podge on the top of this before I distress it and do all the fun things to it. This is an 8 by 10. You can do any size. I told Brenda I recommend doing an 8 by 10 first. I mean, you can do 11 by 14 if you're feeling ambitious. It's absolutely fine. But to do a smaller canvas, I would recommend doing an 8 by 10 first to kind of get the feel of it before you went smaller. Because you're not going to have as much to peel back if you do anything smaller. And if you're not familiar with how you're going to roll it back and all of that, it may give you some problems. But I am going to do a smaller one at some point. So I think the rolling it back to get it centered, that's what I'm thinking, Brenda. All right, let's get this top coat on here. So if there's any areas that didn't get stuck because it's tissue paper, it's going to go right through there and it's going to make sure it is stuck good. Yes, this is an 8 by 10 and I am just using Mod Podge for all of my ceiling, guys. Okay. All right, Brenda. Okay, guys. And if y'all don't mind sprinkling, commenting, all those things, we will pick someone at the end. Y'all, I have a gnat in here for a gift certificate, or if you already have a Decoupage Central account, she can put a credit on your account. So we will do that at the end. Hey, Trudy. I know, it is. I was showing Terry it tonight, too. I'll show it again just in case, y'all. This gnat's going to drive me crazy. Who else has the little gnats that fly around everywhere? Oh, I thought we were done with gnat season, but I think they've come back. Never fails. Actually, what I'm going to do, guys, because I don't want to waste your time getting that to dry, I am going to let that dry a little bit on its own, and I am going to take the flat canvas, okay? I don't know if it's called a flat canvas. I'm not sure of the terminology, but I'm assuming that's what it's called. And, oh, awesome, Patricia. I know. Decoupage Central has some amazing designs for sure. This gnat, y'all, I'm sorry if it flies in front of the screen. You are good, Erin. Okay, so this paper, I'm gonna want, y'all, this fan, in the center, and it's a little bit off this direction from the center. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply it just a little bit to the right, and then I'm gonna take this paper and put it where I moved it. Canvas panel, there you go. Okay, so I am just gonna go ahead and do the same thing we did with that. And I'm gonna grab a pretty generous amount, and I'm gonna coat my canvas. Oh, thank you, Brenda. Canvas panel, I think is what someone said. So I just call it a flat canvas. And y'all, I am gonna do one of these for all kinds of different ideas for different holidays, all that stuff. So be on the lookout for all of that coming soon. Okay, so I am, you know what, y'all, hang on. I may have to recoat that just a little bit. I want to kind of come, move my fan for a second, around these edges just a little bit. Like I said, we're gonna put that other paper over it, but I just want it a little bit. Yes, you can also use wood. You are exactly right, my friend. I think we're gonna be fine because I put a lot of glue on there. A lot of Mod Podge. Okay, and we are gonna flatten that. So we've got it like this right now, okay? So now I'm gonna take this right here and I'm gonna cut it from the back side. Because like I said, I wanna use that on the other side. So you can get very creative with your papers. Hello, Donna. And if I wanted, I could do the same thing I did with my sandpaper earlier, but I am just cutting because it's super easy because it's so thin. The canvas is so thin. Okay, so we've got that. And then I'm gonna take this strip and put it right here. No one will know the difference when it's inside of our canvas. You need to, Elisa, they are fun. You don't have to start in the center. I just wanted this one centered because I am gonna do some of the roses and stuff on it. So I am just gonna put this right down here. And we're probably not even gonna see it, but just in case we can see a little touch of it, that will be taken care of. Does that make sense, guys? Give me some hearts if that makes sense of why I'm doing that. Just piecing it together. And then what I'm gonna do is I am gonna take, after I put my top layer on, let me find, hey Barb, how are you? Okay, so I'm gonna dry this real quick, cut that a little more even, and then I'm gonna take my distressing ink and go all the way around it so it's all gonna blend together. And remember, this is gonna be on the back, so it's not gonna be visibly all seen, but we're gonna make it all pretty. Make sure I've got that cut. And then I've got one little spot down here. Okay. If you have brown paint, you could use your brown paint. I am gonna get that off my thing. I am using ground espresso. Hey Mary, oh, I wanna coat it first, hang on. Because when you use your oxides, if they are not, they're water active, so we don't want to use our Mod Podge and reactivate it. So I'm gonna do this first. Okay, so have I confused everybody now? Our main image on the back is gonna be our thin canvas panel. Okay, so this is gonna be the busted through part that we're gonna see on the back. Yes, Selena, I am so glad you said that because I want to do that too. So hold that thought. So glad you said that because I need to get that started. Okay, so I'm gonna set this aside for just a second, let it dry. And I am gonna use, for some of my embellishments, the new rose molds. I am doing so much better. And I was doing way better when my fan was on. I forgot to turn it back on me. So I'm going to use these. So I'm going to mix up just a little bit of resin real quick. I'm going to use the fast casting resin A and B. And I don't think, okay. So you're going to use equal parts. Oh, y'all. Okay. I was like, I don't know if I can get this open. I will say too, you don't have to use your molds. You can use anything you want to use, anything for embellishments. So don't think that you have to do the molds, but I love these molds, so that's why I'm doing them. So, hey Dewey. Okay, so we're gonna do equal parts of A and B. These cups I have left over. I got them off of Amazon. They have the measurements. I did have someone send me some silicone cups, so I will be switching to that eventually, as soon as I get, I think I've got 3 cups left, y'all. So as soon as I get that done. Hey Chris, hey Nancy. All right, so you're gonna stir this for 30 seconds. I don't have a stir stick, so we're gonna use the end of a brush. 30 seconds is all we need. Oh, thank you, Rhonda. I am so glad Selena mentioned the molds, or I would have been at the end of the project and been like, where are my molds at? And I want to show you how easy this is too, guys. Okay, I have to laugh. My coworker tells me that when I wear my glasses like this and my hair sticks out like that, that I look like Minnie Mouse. So we're having Minnie Mouse ears tonight, guys, because my fan is making my hair stick out. So now y'all always think about that, right? All right, so we are gonna do this in a couple of these. So you stir for 30 seconds. I'm gonna kind of go fast just because I do have that fan going and I don't want it to dry it out as I'm pouring. So I'm gonna kind of try to do that pretty fast without messing it up. This one, and we'll do some of the little ones. Sorry, I'm looking down, guys. I'm full mode concentration here. I think that's gonna be right where we want it. Let me make sure I've got all of them full. All right, guys, we got a good amount. Almost got this whole thing done with 1 ounce to 1 ounce, which is awesome. Okay, let's move that right there. Hey, Candace, how are you? How many ounces? It tells you how many milliliters and how many grams. I always forget to Google before I go live. So I never know exactly how much it's supposed to be, guys. So I do apologize about that. But it does tell you on here. Now, can y'all see this changing? Can y'all see how fast that's changing? Give me some hearts if y'all can see it changing. Y'all know I love my hearts, guys. See how fast that changes? Oh, awesome, Marianne. Okay, so this one's almost dry that we did on the front. I'm gonna move this over here so it can finish doing its thing. And give this a quick dry. Now it is deeper, so I am assuming it is fast casting resin. I am assuming the top is drying pretty fast, but it's got to go down to the bottom, so we're gonna give it just a little bit we're gonna give it the full 10 minutes, for sure. Oh, what am I doing? I am doing a busted canvas with some rose mold embellishments. Hi Sherry, how are you, my friend? Thank you. I feel better, even though I got little Mickey ears because my fan's blowing, so I can say cool. Or Minnie Mouse ears, I guess you could say. All right, guys. Just gonna move this over here for a second. Now, this is almost dry, so I'm gonna get this completely dry. And I do need to take a little bit of that off. I always sometimes miss my edges and my corners. Does anybody else ever do that? Miss those little edges? I do that all the time. You've never used resin before? I call it a beginner's resin because it is super easy to use. You're just gonna do equal parts, 30 seconds, and then about 5 to 10 minutes, and it'll be ready to go. It is not the same as your clear resin. Oh no, Marilyn. Hey, Bonnie. All right, so we've got that dry. Now I'm gonna come through with my oxide, guys, and I am just going to blend all of this in on the side. Like I said, we're not gonna most likely see it, but just in case somebody looks from the side, we want it to be finished. So I'm just gonna blend that in. Yeah, I do too, Chris. The corners always get you. Now, is that on the resin or on the rice paper? Yeah, me too, girlfriend. Me too. That little white space spot, I just use that to blend in. So now you'd never even know that we put that paper there. It is, Luann. It is. It just may take it a little bit more time. And I have noticed, depending on the temperature in the house, if it's really, really cold, it takes it a little more time too. I'm just going around the whole thing to give it the same look. And y'all, we move this paper over just so that rose would be in the center. Okay, so this is gonna be what's behind that shows through. So we're gonna put that to the side because it is ready to go when we're ready. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and flip this over because I'm not 100% sure what color I wanna do on the front. The majority of y'all said the fun paper, so we're gonna go with fun, y'all. If for some reason we don't like it, we can paint over it, right? So it is called Amazing Casting Resin. Amazing Casting Resin. All right, so all I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm very technical when I do my things. So I'm gonna put this in here, and then I'm gonna cut it. Oh, thank you, Donna. So that was a real technical way. I'm gonna have to move the fan again while I cut. So like I said, I'm trying to make this easy for y'all. Yes, you do, my friend. Okay, so I cut that straight, which is amazing. Okay. And then let's just make sure it can go just a little bit down. It kind of can slide into there, I noticed yesterday with the canvas that I'm using. I don't know if all canvases are like that, but you're technical like that too, Diane. Okay, so that's gonna go in there. And let's just make sure. The little diamonds were messing with my eyes, guys. All right. Make sure. Because y'all know I'm not technical when I do my measurements. I'm gonna cut. Actually, I am okay with that. All right, so we are gonna attach this on the back. I might cut off just a tad. Oh, I don't wanna do a lot. Let's see. Just a tad. It kind of helps with the design because I know I want it to all go down the middle. Okay, so now we are going to do the same thing we did on the front with our texture paper. And by the way, guys, and I don't have a full sheet, or I would have done it. Decoupage Central has some really cool textured papers that would look really cool on the front. So if you are on the fence about any of those, that would be awesome. Let's move this over here. We don't want to dry it out. I'm gonna put my fan back on me. So we are going to apply our Mod Podge on the back. And like I said, there's like a little gap on mine that if it's too big, I can push it under that canvas. I am trying to make sure I've got all of my sides and everything colored. Yes, the rose textured paper would be amazing. I have been trying to clean, and some of my stuff is not where it should be, but that's what happens sometimes, right, guys? And I'm just working it up under that canvas. You're shopping as you watch. Yeah, the gingerbread canvas, this right here, we use the gingerbread house, and then we use the harlequin paper. Harlequin, is that how you say it? So we use the gingerbread and then the harlequin, and then we just put the diamond dust over the back of that gingerbread house. Oh, thank you for the stars, my friend. Yes, actually, you know what, Nikki? We got a new washer and dryer today, and he actually has been cleaning the garage out. Y'all, my garage hasn't been that clean in months or years, and it was so hot outside. But, all right, so let's coat this. Then we'll go over what we did, and then we'll attach it all together. Now, I noticed, and I'll show you here in just a second, after this set for a day, it got a lot harder, and I think that's because of all of the layers of Mod Podge that we did. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Hang on. Just want to really get that coated good because we're going to cut it here in a second. My nose is running, y'all. Thank you, Deborah. Y'all are so sweet. So sweet. Thank you, Anne. Okay. What was I going to say? Oh, can y'all hear that? It's hard. So where that, all that Mod Podge is overnight, it dries pretty hard. So I don't know if y'all could hear that, but don't know if y'all could hear that or not, but it legit is a thing. Let me plug in my heat gun. And my little power strip. Oh, thank you, Joyce Ann. Y'all are so sweet. Got a little stars party going on. Okay, so to recap how easy this is, we just put a piece of tissue paper on the front that we gave it some texture by crumpling it and applying our Mod Podge, okay, over it on both sides. Then we took a piece of rice paper, applied our Mod Podge, and then applied Mod Podge on the top of it, on the back. Then we have a small panel canvas that we put our rice paper on with our Mod Podge and then Mod Podge over it, and just did a little bit of distressing ink around the sides to blend it all together. So, oh no, Anne, I hope not. So those are your 3 steps. You've got your front, your back, and this part, your total back, okay? So we need to decide what color we want to do our front. And I am thinking with the colors that we are doing that we are going to just use, hey Carrie, I think we're just going to use some Distress Oxides and give it a light brown. We can go in with our waxes and stuff, but I think that's going to be the best bet for today. We could do paints and all of that, but I think with this texture, that's just what I'm going to do for today to make it super easy and quick. So I am just going to rub on my Distress Oxides. I will spray it with a spray seal when I'm done with the whole project. And like I said, we can come in and tweak the sides and all that stuff when we're completely finished. I just want to give this a little bit of the design now. And actually the gingerbread, this is what I did on the gingerbread. And then when I was done, I went through with some pink. Oh, thank you, Selena. I went through with some pink and highlighted over that brown. So like I said, this is just the base. We can do whatever we want to it. Oh, what just happened, guys? Hang on one second. That was bizarre. There we go. Hey, Robin. Oh, how funny. I love it. I love it, Carrie. Well, I had asked everybody at the beginning, I'm like, do we want to do 1 or 2? We can play it safe, or we can go bold and outside the box just a little bit. So most people said outside the box. Yes, I do too. It gives it that texture look. And like I said, we'll go back and really work on this once we've got everything else. But this will just give us a start. See how we've got all that texture on there now? No, the pink was just paint. Pink was just paint. It is like a blending brush. It came with my Tim Holtz. So all I'm doing is going around the sides, guys, just because I want this to be finished out. And you can take your brown paint, black paint, whatever you want to do if you're not using paper on the front. You've made 3 of them. I love it. This is my second one. So we will see if I can make it as cute. I told Terry if I would have known the gingerbread was going to be so cute, I would have done it tonight. I love the textured look too. I really, really do. I do. Okay, so we've got some areas that are a little bit darker, but like I said, we'll come back and work on that in a minute. Let's get this dry on the back. Thank you, Erin. Thank y'all all for the stars. I appreciate it. I wish my nose wasn't running. and my little mini ears. Do you have to use rice paper? The very front, I use tissue paper. So if you wanted to use, I know you can use cardstock. You can use probably napkins. Really anything. I think it would be harder with a cardstock just because of all your layers of Mod Podge, but I think it would work. You're addicted to it now. Have you done it before, Chris? Oh, thank you. Yes, we love trucks here. If you don't follow my page, we do trucks all the time. We do all kinds of truck projects. That's kind of our thing. Oh, goodness, y'all. Hang on. Make sure I get back. There we go. Hey, Tracy. All right, I just want to make sure this is good and dry because I am fixing to cut through it, guys. You're gonna get some canvases tomorrow. I love it. One time? Yeah, it only takes one time. Terry had asked me, he said, when did you do that gingerbread? I said, I did it last night just so I could kind of know what I was doing to help explain it to y'all. And he's like, that's kind of cool. So, all right. Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready for the magic? Okay. Let's get these popped out of here. I'm going to show them to you here in just a second. See how easy they pop out? That was right at about 10 minutes, maybe 15. This one's going to be harder because it's deeper and it's in there good. Okay. All right, so these are our roses out of our casting resin. Aren't those pretty, guys? I love the details on these. Hey, Donna, how are you? I love these, guys. So we have to decide what color we're gonna do our roses to. So y'all have to help me decide what we wanna do on those. Like maybe a blush color. I don't even have a blush color paint, but we can figure it out. Okay, so we've got our front, got our back. Here we go. Let me find my knife. All right, I do not have super good strength in my hands for my cerebral palsy. So I tried using an X-Acto knife and that did not work for me. So I have one of these. I don't know what they're called. Maybe, I guess it's a bigger X-Acto. Like I tried the smaller and it didn't work. Hey, Gloria. So I'm using the bigger one. So it's still an X-Acto. Okay, it kind of makes me nervous even though. Okay, so I've watched a couple people who say they wish they would have done like a cross for those to start it, depending on how many layers you want to do back. I only did 6 layers on mine, peel backs. Some people do 8 layers on theirs. So I'm just gonna go with whatever comes out because I honestly don't remember how I cut this one, which I should remember that, but I don't. So we're gonna maybe go for the same effect. We may have more. It doesn't. Box cutter, there you go. And you can cut on this side or this side. So I started on this side last night, ended up finishing on the front side. I think it's preference on however you want to do it. If you do it on this side, you're going to need to hold it up because you obviously don't want to cut your table. So you use scissors for yours. Awesome. So I am going to start in the middle. Y'all, I'm so nervous. I don't know why I'm nervous. Okay. So we're going to start here. And I am just going to come down. All we're gonna do. I am gonna go with the advice of a lady that said to do a cross. So I don't know who that was or I would give them credit, but I am just going to make it as easy as possible. Make sure I got that all the way. And then I'm gonna come. How do I want to do this? So we've started the bust out process. Can y'all see that? So we've got it to where we can start peeling back. I know, I don't know why. So if I do it this way, we'll have, I'm trying to think how I want to, hang on. I got to visualize things. So if I roll it back, this would be 4. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do 2 more. Hey Lisa, you've even seen it cut like a pie. I love it. This is probably going to give me more than I did last night, because that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, so I'll have more to figure out. And they may not be even. I'm not worried about it. That one's a little off, but that's okay. Like I said, we can always fix it when we roll it. It's like that first cut, and then I'm like, okay. So now, can y'all see that? Got our busted through canvas. Okay? Give me some heart, y'all. All right. Now, we can't see anything yet, right, guys? Who's ready? Who is ready? I know I do, and I kind of held it up a little bit, but because I didn't want to, but I got a little bit, but it's not gonna hurt anything. It is rice paper. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is I am gonna roll this back, and I'm just gonna kind of play with it real quick to make sure I've got it as high as I want it. See, it kind of stays because we've got that Mod Podge on there. Still like a little bit wet, but not too wet. Just make sure it's doing it how I want it. So then I'm gonna glue all of these down. Can y'all see where we're going now? So we've got that rose in the center. Like I said, we weren't gonna see the sides. So let's get this, you can glue them shorter, you can glue them back farther. It is your decision on how you want to glue them, okay? So there is no right or wrong. I'm gonna start down here just because I'm weird. It doesn't matter, but now if you want it to go all the way and cut it, I am not worried about all that. You like that cutter better than the other one? And also guys, when you're rolling them, if you wanna have them thick or if you wanna have them thinner, this is your opportunity to decide how you wanna have them rolled. I'm gonna need some more hot glue here in a second. This is an 8 by 10. Grab another glue stick. Some glue right here. And like I said, guys, you determine how you want it to look. If you want to cut it further, all of that stuff, it is however you want it to look. I don't think any of them are ever going to look the same. Hello, Rocky Pines Crafts. Oh, I love it. I love it, Selena. I'm trying to make it easy, Pam, so I hope. We are using canvas, a canvas is what we're using. See, like this one, I'm gonna roll a little bit different because I do want a little more of that paper to show right here. But the way I cut it was a little bit off. So how I'm gonna fix that is with my embellishments. So we're not gonna even know that I didn't cut it right there. Yeah, you absolutely can. That's what I'm saying, Donna. When you do the rolling part, it is whatever works for you, however you want to do it. You have total creative control I got way more glue out of here than I thought I was going to. Yes, it's so easy, guys. Just something on your top layer, your bottom back, and then your bottom right here. The only, hey Sandy, welcome, is you want to really make sure that you've got that glue to stick and you're good. Yesterday I thought I had a couple pieces that were glued down and they weren't. So I went back and had to re-glue them. But I mean, that's not that big of a deal, but. That's what I like. I like, you know me, I don't measure, I just go with the flow. I was like, I knew that was gonna run out at some point. And yesterday too, if I had one that wasn't cut enough, that I wanted up a little bit higher, I just cut it as I was doing it. You know, Pam, Janelle and I were talking about that yesterday. It would be really cool to do like a memorandum, is that what I'm trying to say? Or, you know, like for graduation or something with the embellishments on there. I think that would be really cool. Hey Samantha, welcome. Sherry, I know you're gonna do this when you're feeling better. I can't wait to see it. Yeah, you could do like a beach. That would be cute to do like a blue with like beach type. All different things you can do, guys. And like I said, the one I did yesterday, I only had 6 cuts. Today is 8, so it's a little more busted open, but we do have a bigger design too, so. The Santa is cool. I do have Santa on my list too, guys. We're gonna do a fall, some others. Okay, so there is the peeled back part. And then we're just gonna glue this on here. How cool is that? That is so cool. I'm glad we went fun. I'm so glad we went fun. Now, because I'm weird, I'm gonna flip it over and I am applying it a good amount. And I am using Gorilla hot glue. You could use any type of glue. You just may have to be a little more patient. Okay, so we've got that glued on there. The only thing I'll do is I'll go and I'll paint the sides just so it all flows together. And now we're gonna do some, okay, so what colors make like this peach color? What colors do I need to mix together? Somebody Google that for me. I wanna make a peach for my flowers that I'm gonna put on here. So I'm gonna put some flowers and add just a little dimension on here. What color makes a peach? What colors together? Yellow? I see a yellow. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Yes, it is a lot easier than it looks. Orange and white. Okay, I knew that. Why did I not think of that? See, sometimes on lives we just don't think straight, guys. Orange and white. Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm just gonna move this to the side for just a second. Somebody said yellow and pink. So should I do yellow and pink? Add a little red to get it pinker. We'll see. We'll see what we get when we mix it. We will see. Let's do some pink and white, yellow and pink. Okay. I am, girl. You know me. I am not scared. And you know what? We could actually do 2 different colors. That's not going to be a bad thing either. All right, so somebody said yellow and pink make orange. Okay, we'll see what we get. Let's mix these puppies together. So if we do the peach and add some brown wax, I think that's going to be perfect. But let's see. Anybody else do this with their paint colors when they don't know? Don't know what colors. Kind of like that color too. So let's do both and add some brown wax, and I think we'll be good. Like I said, guys, I knew this one was going to be a little bit longer because I'm trying to explain things and all of that. So if you've got to run, make sure you come back from the replay. But I will finish this out real quick. Attempt to. I'm doing the leaves and everything the same color. I am not worried about all of that because we're gonna antique it up. I think that's pretty. Can y'all see that? Ooh, what just happened? What is happening? Why does that keep doing that? Yeah, they are pretty. These are going to be pretty because we're going to antique them, so they're not going to be as bright as they look, y'all. Come back in here. So now I'm just kind of mixing all my colors together. Have a little bit of different colors on everything. Why not, right? And this is why I have my craft paper down, because it doesn't take as long to paint things. Because I don't have to worry about being neat. Yeah, I think they're pretty. I think they will work. And we don't have to add these, but I want to give it just some dimension. You could add greenery, you could add all kinds of things, guys, but we're just gonna stick with this. Make it easy. Oh, I do want to add a tag too, though. I did forget about that. Yay! I love it, Brenda. Just getting these dried so I can apply my wax. Thanks again, guys, for the stars. I appreciate it. Y'all know I just love being here with y'all, so I never expect any of that. But I do appreciate it. Okay, guys, let's add our wax. And y'all know me, I am not scared about adding dark wax. I am all about just going for it. But if you are, you can add a clear wax first and then add your dark wax. You have a little more control over it. But like I said, I am not I've done it so much. I love the look. Just getting in all those crevices. And I'm doing this all before I put it on my canvas, just because I don't want to get this all over my canvas. So I'll show you. Okay. So I've got it all up in there, okay? I'm gonna move this. And then I'm just gonna take a paper towel and wipe it back. Yes, I am from East Texas. I am originally from Arizona, but I have lived in Texas since I was 4 years old. So I've been here a while. Okay, guys, and then when we wipe it back, we've just brought out some of that detail, and we can keep wiping it back until we get it exactly how much wax we want on there. I think that's better. So just kind of just brought it out because it's gonna blend with our design. So let's do the big ones. You're a Dallas Cowboys fan? I love it. And like I said, if you are scared of using the dark wax, use a clear wax first, and more of that dark wax will come off. Because I know sometimes it can be very scary to apply that dark wax. I am using Kiehl's sealing wax. And then another thing you can do too, guys, you can also take another brush that you may not have any wax in, and you can dig in some of those crevices and get some of that out if you get too much in there. So that's another thing you can do too. So like I said, don't let it scare you. Y'all, I think I talked too much to make this go over. It really doesn't take that long to make this project. I was talking to everybody too much. Denton's about 2.5 hours from me, Erin. Do you have, you know what would also be pretty if you did for Christmas and went with like we did on the gingerbread? You can, boy, I don't know what accent that was. You can use a white wax over your things if you have embellishments that you're making, and that's pretty. Yes, I am from Tucson, Arizona. And when I was little, my dad was a manager for Kmart, if you remember what Kmarts were. And he got transferred to El Paso, and then to North Richland Hills, and then Athens, Texas. So that is where we ended up for school and all of that. Okay, and I said I want to do a tag. I want to do a tag. I have to do a tag, guys. I got to complete this out, so hang on. I've already got my stuff ready for my tag. You have Phoenix and family. My dad now lives in Scottsdale, so try to get out there. I haven't been out there in a while, but okay, so let's do our tag. Okay, so I'm using the Apothecary just to do our letters. Instead of cutting, can it be torn? I would be scared to tear it. I would be scared to tear it. You'll understand when you do it to see the consistency of it. I think it's gonna be hard to tear per se. All right, then we're gonna do, I'm gonna cut this kind of like I did yesterday. I'm going to crinkle it. Yeah, you are good, Sandy. I am an open book. Trying to think. If you don't follow my page and know that much about me, I have mild cerebral palsy from birth. So I do have hand issues and I do walk differently, but I try to inspire and all that good stuff. I missed a rose. Where did I miss a rose? Oh, I did miss a rose. You are so good, my friend. Let's do this rose real quick. We may not use this rose, but we'll get it done real quick. It won't take long. Thank you. I forgot it was up there. See how quick we did that, guys? Oh, thank you guys. And crafting for 40 years. I used to craft with my mom when I was younger. My mom passed away when I was 23, I think. Yeah, we got it, Judy. So let's put this, let's get some of that wax. Hopefully that's dry enough. I think I've still got enough on here. Thank y'all. I would have noticed at the end and been like, ah! See, this one I don't even think I'm gonna have to wipe back that much. All right, guys, we're almost done. Thanks for bearing with me here. We're done with the canvas part. We just had to work on some of the embellishments. Take a little bit out of the center. You weren't? I know, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't either. And then I was like, ooh, that's kind of fun. Okay, so we are just gonna do that. I am gonna take this off because I don't need that. I put my wax up, I did want to put a little bit around the edge. Y'all know me, I gotta have it all uniform here. Finishing details, and I may not even use it, but we'll see. Okay. All right, guys. I am liking that right there for sure. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, like I told y'all, I didn't know if we were gonna use that one or not. We may not. So I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna lump those together. Kind of like my other one, I'm gonna stick this right here. We are gonna do this on an angle because I like that right there. And like I said, guys, you can put greenery, you can do all the things on it. Trying to decide exactly how I want that. And this is what I was talking about, like with the worrying about the very top layer when we did it, because we're covering it up with our embellishments and stuff, guys. So that's why I wasn't too concerned about it. And then I'm just gonna put right we're almost done, guys. Thanks for bearing with me here. Sticking it out to the end. Thank you, Tracy. I enjoy spending Tuesday nights with y'all, so I hope y'all get some inspiration from this. Create a busted canvas, y'all. If you've been on the fence about it, get that in there like that. Okay, guys. What do y'all think? We could add a little bit more to it, but this is what I was going for. I think that's super fun, super cute. Yes, Halloween would be amazing. Couple buttons by the tag would be cute. Yes, I don't have any buttons out. But yeah, that is, I love it, y'all. I love it. I'm glad we went with the fun. So here's two different looks, guys. So we've got our holiday with our fun, what do you call it? Diamond dust. And then we have like an everyday fun rose piece. So two different looks, same technique, two different outcomes. So I think these are fun. I hope, like I said, I hope it inspires you to take a chance, try it out, do all the fun things. If we wanted, guys, we could even put that one right there if we wanted to. Just darken it up a little bit more. I mean, we could add as much embellishment to this as we wanted to. I mean, the sky's the limit. Sky is the limit what we could add on here. There's another option with that down there too. All right, guys, let me pick someone for a gift certificate real quick. And let's get scrolling. Mary Ann Shue. Mary Ann Shue, which is Ann. I know her as Ann from Whimsically Knotted. So congratulations, my friend. If you will send me your email address, and we will get you a gift certificate. So congratulations, my friend. This is an 8x10. This is an 8x10. Yes, we are going to be doing a larger version as well. Yeah, like I said, two different looks, two fun different looks. So yes, congratulations, my friend. All right, guys, I'm gonna let y'all go because it is after 9 o'clock. At least it's not too bad, not too late. But y'all have a blessed rest of the week. I will see y'all next Tuesday. We are gonna work on a fun decoupage project. So make sure to hop on back on here on Tuesday, guys. And if you have any questions, drop them down below. I will go back and try to answer them as quickly as I can, guys. Y'all have a blessed one. I'll talk to you later. Bye.